Hi kids, got a question for you. Are the hoes mad? Trick question. The answer is yes, the hoes are mad. Very mad, as a matter of fact. I'd actually go as far to say that they have never been this mad before. But I don't mean that in a grr, angry kind of way. I mean that in a batshit crazy way. The hoes drank the Kool-Aid and it'll never be the same. So, where to start with this exactly? Let's talk about the whole concept of Hoeflation here. If this is your first time hearing this word, then 1, God bless your soul, I really wish I were you. 2, this isn't some dumb word I made up. I mean, it's some dumb word made up by someone, but the voices in my head didn't come up with this one. That distinct honor goes to someone way more lonely, depressed, and schizophrenic than me. So, Hoeflation is essentially this idea that a lot of Western women see themselves as more desirable than they actually are due to stuff like social media and really horny men. And because of Hoeflation, there's now all these men out there that think this is the reason they're not pulling any bitches. But where there's horny men, there's even more hyper-egotistical women, is something I'd say if I were a red pill cuck. It's a lot more complicated of a situation than that. Yeah, it's true that a lot of us modern men are staying single longer than our parents did, but instead of just telling you to take the red pill and go start your looks maxing, drop shipping, epic top G hustler campaign, I think we should actually get to the bottom of this whole Hoeflation thing, and to find a real solution to solve Hoeflation and its consequences. Cause there is a way, and it's actually not that hard. I swear, the shit this video got me talking about. Zero wonder why I pull no bitches. I scared all the hoes away in the intro. I'm gonna make them run even further with the rest of it. Alright, so I think I know what caused Hoeflation, which would be a combination of easy distance transportation and dating apps. Both of these on their own serve as more indirect factors, but when you put them together, you get the nightmare in front of us. Hear me out here. It doesn't take much to get a ride somewhere. You either got a car or a friend to bum money for an Uber. Everyone and their moms got away from one side of the state to another. That alone is a lit match in this situation, and the other one is quite literally Tinder. Alright boys, let's be real here. Let's be really real. Let's just be honest. I know there are some motherfuckers willing to do some absolutely diabolical things to get laid. Don't feel bad. This is a safe space. It's okay to admit it. I mean, I haven't, but that's just because I came out of the womb wanting to watch the world burn. But no judgment to everyone else with different goals here. No judgment at all. But we got some desperate ass dudes out here. Very important here, there would be no Hoeflation if all the boys would just push up the horny away. Clearly some of you fucks don't have your priorities in check, so now the rest of us gotta deal with this shit. I mean, someone fucked up here and it sure as hell wasn't me. Okay, back on track though. We got all these down bad dudes our age, or my age, depending on how old you are, but judging by demographics, you're probably my age. And with the power of the internet, they're bound to bump into at least one girl willing to fuck. And because these guys are giving princess treatment to hinge thought number 284, we've now got a nice chunk of 18 to 28 year olds in the West living in a perpetual cycle of find girl, meet girl, butter her up, bang her, repeat, or alternative ending, get let on, then repeat. Now for us dudes, it's more of a monkey brain thing. It's a system, the what you gotta do to get some bitches. There's not much to be learned here. Just adapt what does not work to get laid with something that does work. However, for said previously established bitches, they're learning that all these dudes they're meeting are doing literally anything and whatever it takes to fuck. Here's a little thinker for all the boys out here. The hell did you think was gonna happen when every dude's trying to bang all the same hoes? Clearly, you weren't thinking about the millions, maybe billions of dudes trying to do the exact same thing. Guys, we made Hoeflation. It's our fault. It is our fault that Hoeflation is real. Not because we gave princess treatment to women. It's never wrong to treat people well. And don't you ever forget that. But it's why we're treating the hoes so well that caused this problem. It's cause you wanted to shaboink. You wanted to shaboink so bad that you started simping. And so did like at least half the guys in the Western world. So now we got all these women out here thinking that every dude just wants to clap cheeks and that they can get whatever they want from us because of so many of us that went to just these ends of the world to try to pull the hose. Our selfishness as the male gender made this new form of selfishness from the hose. We had balance before, but due to technology, the worst men got a platform, so now we've got more hoes than ever before, and they're all diving straight off the deep end into a life of being washed up and single at 30. We had a good thing, and you fucked it all up. So, Hoeflation is our fault. Well, maybe not our fault, but because of technology and horny dudes, we all gotta pay the price. You know, this is really starting to get depressing. I didn't do anything to get myself sucked here, and odds are you didn't either. If you did, fuck you. No more safe space. Somewhere out there's another dude getting fucked over because you couldn't keep it in your pants and you gassed up a bitch just for the chance to pork. You broke her, and by extent, you broke him. His Ryan Gosling arc isn't because of her, it's because of you. You started it. You broke him, and you should feel bad. And before we get to the part where I say, it gets better, I've got a plan, we're all gonna make it out of the hood, it gets worse. It gets far worse, actually. I do have a plan, though. Just trust me on that one. So, it's not like the hoes are just doing this once and then going back to finding the guy she wants to be with for the rest of her life. No. This happens over and over. And unfortunately for people like us, people that haven't given up on finding the one and getting married, get caught in the crossfire. Our kindness that mom and dad ingrained to us gets warped and twisted by the hypothetical hoes of the situation till we've been taken from and abandoned. While the hoes go out and do it again and again. And unfortunately, we're even bigger targets to get used than the dudes just trying to boink then leave. Why is this? It's because we care a little. And oftentimes, it gets hard to see the forest for the trees when you're looking for a partner. Whereas the dudes just trying to shebang only see the one argumentative tree. And when that happens and good men get taken advantage of, it has a bad tendency to make bad men, who then keep the cycle of Hoeflation going. I really hope you're able to take me seriously whenever I say Hoeflation, because whenever I write Hoeflation in the script, it makes me giggle. Seriously, when writing this, I cannot help but giggle every time I say the word Hoeflation. It's like the funniest thing to me. Who made this word? Bad, most likely fatherless men started this problem. This makes more hoes than the world is able to maintain at once. The hoes then inadvertently create more bad men, which ends up meeting the supply of hoes, who then go and make more hoes, which then creates more bad men. Holy shit, dude. The concept of Hoeflation was never about women's egos inflating. It was always about supply and demand. I wish I made up the whole idea of Hoeflation. I want to meet the schizo who came up with this idea, because he's hearing voices that are like 10 steps ahead of everyone else. We are truly out here playing chess while this guy is playing checkers, most likely with a revolver in his mouth. Guy is actually a genius. I cracked the code, but this guy, man. Obviously, when the idea of Hoeflation was proposed by some red pill dipshit, it was never supposed to be looked into this far. We're not unironically giving red pill credit for anything good. But to say this rabbit hole doesn't go deep, I mean, you're this far in the video, you know it goes deep. Alright, I've shown you just how bad the issue is. So, about time we get to that solution I talked about. How to escape the economics of Hoeflation. Not escaping the Matrix because we're not fucking idiots. Hi kids, welcome to Paying the Bill, the one and only episode show that teaches you how to escape the economics of Hoeflation. I hear you out there, modern man. You hate your generation and just want to find a good girl to spend the rest of your life with. Well, you're in luck, because today we're going to teach you all about that. To start off your journey to finding your wife, just delete Tinder. That's right. If you want to get away from the host, just delete Tinder. It's that easy. But I use Hinge. It's for a long-term relationship. Nope. All the same hoes. Dating apps aren't gonna get you the traditional relationship you want. If you want tradition, you gotta get traditional. Which is where it gets really hard for some of you antisocial fucks, because now it's time to go outside. There's a lot of places you can go to meet genuinely good-hearted women out in the world. You could meet a girl at a gym, working a food shelter, literally any social event. Fun fact, did you know half of Earth's population is made up of women? So at least one of them's gotta be not insane. All you need to do is get off the fucking internet for an hour and, just be a good person. Now, for some of you, that might be a little hard, but as long as you're willing to put in just a little smidge, just a smidge of effort to actually look for a good partner, then like anything in life, eventually you'll find it. No matter how discouraging it can be to see all the angry hoes on the internet, think to yourself, how often do you see women like that in real life? If your answer's often, then maybe it's time to look for a new circle entirely. But for most of us, you probably don't see it that much. So don't let the internet trick you. Your wife's out there, you just gotta start looking.